Hi, I'm Kevin with Effective. Recently, we've been working with a number of organizations on innovation. More specifically, we've been working with them on what role can culture play in helping them to have innovation be a norm in their company, rather than just something that's done by a few people or by a special team. In this instance, we are defining innovation as really the generation of good, informed, diverse ideas that are applied to business challenges and problems. They might be big in nature, they might be small in nature, they're really across the spectrum, but it's about new ideas to solve problems. For us to really get our arms around how we can best manage the change and lead people through doing really good innovation, we had to qualify and quantify innovation. And so we really landed on 4 different levels of how an organization can innovate, and I want to share those with you today. The first level of innovation that we usually see in an organization is at the most basic level of continuous improvement. This is when what we're currently working with and what we've had in the past is actually working pretty well. There's not a big need to throw something out and bring something new in, but we do need to tweak it a little bit. So we might look at updating a policy or a procedure, maybe doing a little bit of process improvement, really minor adjustments to the current working model. The next level of innovation that we see in organizations is where the small tweaks won't do it anymore. There needs to be a step change in performance of some type. This might be the implementation of a new software platform, or we might look at bringing in a whole new process that we benchmarked somewhere else because we did some research and found that people were doing what we were doing but doing it better, so we need to really change the way that we're doing it. The third level of innovation that we see organizations wanting to pursue is to meet the challenges of market or industry disruption. This is when competitors are coming into the marketplace at a feverish pace, startups are coming out of nowhere, and the organization really needs to reconsider who it is, how it operates, and what it offers. So it might take some very radical and aggressive looks at its financial model, its operating model, where it operates, who its customers are. It may really need to reinvent itself overnight to remain competitive. This is a big jump, but it requires a tremendous amount of innovation and great ideas to really be able to happen. The one thing to keep in mind about these first 3 levels of innovation in organizations is that they're relatively reactive in nature. At the first level, we're really making minor updates to what's already in place, tweaking a process here, updating a policy there. At the second level, in terms of step change, we've realized that what we've been using in the past just doesn't cut it anymore. So maybe we do need to implement an entirely new software system, or do we really need to look at a whole new work management model? Still reactive in nature because we see that our metrics are going down and we need to make some adjustments. Disruption, by its nature, takes us off guard and usually surprises us and has us being reactive because we don't see it coming. The fourth level of innovation, however, is more proactive in nature. This is where an organization is deciding that they want to leverage innovation so that they can be the disruptors in their marketplace. They're the ones that want to set the new standards, really push the bar on performance and what could be. They're still redefining themselves, but they're doing it on their terms. The last thing to consider as we look across all 4 levels of innovation is that each level is going to require an amount of change in the organization, and that means that it's going to require you to ask people to do things that are new or to do things they used to do, but do them differently. And that's where you're going to run into the company's culture. With an increase in innovation in the organization, you're going to have to engage people at a deeper and deeper level, farther out, more towards the front line, on the fringe, where innovation really takes place. This is why we work with organizations to get a really good handle on what their current operating culture is and what it needs to be in the future to really support the innovation that they need. At the end of the day, you can buy the best technology. you can go and benchmark or even buy the best processes. But if you're not doing a good job of engaging people where the problems are taking place or where the opportunities exist at the front line, and leveraging their ideas and putting those into play in an innovative way, then you're really just leaving capacity and potential on the table. And you may not meet the needs of the challenges that you're looking at from an innovation standpoint. That's why we always look at culture alongside innovation, and culture actually being a foundation for innovation to take place as a norm on an ongoing basis so that the company can remain agile over time.